Maple Hollow, quaint, secluded. Autumn's hues painted the trees surrounding the town, crimson, gold, rust. A chill permeated the air, carrying the scent of decaying leaves and wood smoke. The town was alive with the anticipation of Thanksgiving. Laughter echoed through the crisp air. Windows glowed, promising warmth within. The heart of the town, however, held a secret, a darkness masked by the season's cheer. The Parker family was renowned for their Thanksgiving feasts. Their ancestral home, perched atop the highest hill, overlooked the town. This year was no different. The aroma of roasting turkey wafted from the chimney. Spices, sweet and savoury, hung heavy in the air.
Mrs. Parker, a picture of efficiency, directed the preparations with quiet authority. The table, laden with food, gleamed under the chandelier's warm glow. Yet a shadow seemed to linger in the corners of the room, unseen but palpable.
Legend had it that the Parkers were bound by a generations-old curse. This curse was not just a tale told to scare children, but a dark shadow that loomed over the family for centuries. The origins of this curse were as old as the family itself, dating back to a time when the world was a much harsher place. It was said that an ancestor driven by greed had refused to share his bounty with a starving traveller. This act of selfishness was not just a simple refusal, but a blatant disregard for the suffering of another human being. The traveller, who had been wandering for days without food or water, had approached the Parker ancestor with hope in his eyes, only to be turned away. The traveller, revealed to be a powerful sorcerer, cursed the family. His eyes glowed with an otherworldly light as he uttered the words that would seal the Parkers' fate. The curse was not just a punishment, but a lesson, a reminder of the consequences of greed and inhumanity. The sorcerer's words echoed through the ages, binding the family to a fate they could not escape. Their Thanksgiving feasts, once a symbol of abundance, would forever be haunted by a shadowy entity, a grim reminder of their ancestors' sin. The feasts, which were meant to be a time of joy and gratitude, became a time of dread and fear. The shadowy entity would appear at every feast, casting a dark pall over the celebrations, a grim reminder of their ancestors' sin. The entity was not just a ghostly presence, but a manifestation of the curse itself. It would loom over the feast, its presence felt by all, a constant reminder of the family's dark past.
Whispers of the curse had been passed down through generations, dismissed as mere folklore. The stories were told and retold, each generation adding their own embellishments, but the core of the tale remained the same. The curse was real, and it was a part of the Parker family's history. This year, however, the air was different. There was a sense of foreboding that hung over the family, a feeling that something was about to change. The autumn wind seemed to carry whispers of the past, reminding the Parkers of the curse that had plagued them for so long. A palpable unease settled upon the family as they gathered for their annual Thanksgiving feast. The usual laughter and chatter were replaced by hushed whispers and worried glances. The family members could feel the weight of the curse more than ever, as if the shadowy entity was watching them, waiting for the right moment to strike. A premonition of something wicked this way comes. The sky grew darker, the wind howled louder, and the sense of dread grew stronger. The Parkers knew that this year would be different, that the curse would make its presence known in a way it never had before. The shadowy figure in the distance was a harbinger of the darkness that was about to descend upon them.
Family and friends gathered. Laughter filled the room, wine flowed. Yet a chill ran down their spines. The fire in the hearth flickered erratically, casting dancing shadows on the walls. The air grew heavy, making it difficult to breathe.
Whispers died down, cutlery clattered onto porcelain plates. A sense of dread settled over the festive gathering. Something was different, terribly wrong. The feast had begun, but so had the nightmare.
The shadows deepened, gathering at the edge of the light. A cold wind swept through the room, extinguishing candles and chilling the feast.
At the head of the table, a figure coalesced from the darkness. Tall, gaunt, eyes like glowing embers.
Panic erupted. Screams filled the room. The entity, a spectre of their ancestors' sin, had come to feast. The curse, once a mere tale whispered in hushed tones, was now terrifyingly real. Section 6, The Curse's True Hunger.
The entity spoke, its voice a hollow echo in the silence that followed. It spoke of greed, of the family's obsession with material wealth. Their lavish feasts, a testament to their abundance, were a mockery of true thankfulness. The entity craved not food, but their gratitude, their recognition of the true spirit of thanksgiving, their realization that true wealth lay not in material possessions, but in the love and kindness they shared.
Section 7, Gratitude's Resurgence. Silence descended upon the room. Fear gave way to introspection.
Mrs. Parker, her face etched with regret, rose from her chair. She spoke of her family's failings, their blindness to the true meaning of the holiday. She vowed to honor the spirit of Thanksgiving, not just in words but in deeds, to share their bounty with the less fortunate, to embrace gratitude as a way of life, not just a seasonal sentiment.
Section 8, A Thanksgiving Transformed. In the heart of an ancient forest, where the leaves fell like whispers of time, a Thanksgiving dinner table stood adorned with autumn decorations. The air was crisp, and the atmosphere was thick with anticipation. The entity listened, its fiery eyes softening. It had been a long time since it had felt anything other than anger and sorrow. The voices of the family, filled with gratitude and love, reached deep into its core, stirring emotions long forgotten. A gentle warmth spread through the room, melting away the fear and replacing it with a sense of hope. The sunlight, golden and pure, filtered through the windows, casting a serene glow on the faces of those gathered. The family, once gripped by terror, now felt a comforting presence enveloping them. The entity faded, dissolving into the shadows as quickly as it had appeared. Its departure was not one of defeat, but of understanding. It had come seeking vengeance, but found solace in the genuine expressions of thankfulness and unity. The candles reignited, bathing the room in a warm glow. Each flicker of the flame seemed to dance in celebration, reflecting the newfound peace that had settled over the household. The dim room, once a place of dread, was now a sanctuary of light and warmth. The air, no longer heavy, was filled with the scent of pumpkin pie and cinnamon. These familiar aromas brought back memories of happier times, of laughter and joy shared over meals. The kitchen, bustling with activity, was a testament to the resilience and spirit of the family. The curse had been lifted, replaced by a profound understanding of Thanksgiving's true essence. It was not just a day of feasting, but a time to reflect on the blessings of life, to cherish the bonds of family and friends, and to find strength in unity. The autumn landscape outside, with sunlight breaking through the clouds, mirrored the transformation within. The family, now gathered around the Thanksgiving table, shared a meal that was more than just food. It was a celebration of life, love, and the enduring power of gratitude. Section 9, Beyond the Shadows, A Feast for the Soul. As the crisp autumn leaves fell gently to the ground, the Parker family gathered around the Thanksgiving table, a tradition that had been passed down through generations. The feast resumed, but it was different now. The air was filled with a sense of renewal and deeper connection. Conversations flowed more freely, and the clinking of glasses echoed with a newfound harmony. The food tasted better, richer. Each bite was savored, not just for its flavor, but for the love and effort that went into its preparation. The turkey was succulent, the mashed potatoes creamy, and the cranberry sauce tangy, each dish a testament to the family's unity. Laughter returned, genuine and heartfelt. It was the kind of laughter that comes from deep within, the kind that heals old wounds and strengthens bonds. The children giggled with delight, their joy infectious, spreading to the adults who joined in with hearty chuckles. The shadows were gone, replaced by a light that emanated from within. The house, once filled with tension and unspoken words, now glowed with warmth and love. It was as if the very walls had absorbed the positive energy, reflecting it back tenfold. The Parker family had learned a valuable lesson, a truth as old as time itself. They realized that the essence of Thanksgiving was not in the grandeur of the feast, but in the simple act of coming together, of sharing stories and creating memories. True thankfulness lay not in extravagant displays, but in the gratefulness of their hearts. As they held hands and said grace, each family member silently reflected on their blessings, understanding that gratitude was a daily practice, not just a seasonal one. It was a lesson they would carry with them, not just through the Thanksgiving season, but throughout their lives. The simple acts of kindness, the shared moments of joy, and the collective spirit of gratitude would guide them in times of both abundance and scarcity. The Feast of Shadows had transformed into a feast for the soul. The Parker family knew that they had been given a gift far greater than any material possession, the gift of understanding, of connection, and of true thankfulness. This Thanksgiving, they had not just filled their bellies, but their hearts and souls as well.